Welcome back, everyone, to the Windbridge Afterlife Science Podcast. I'm Anna, and as always, I'm joined by my wonderful co-host, Aaliyah.
Hi, everyone. It's so good to be here with you during this special time of year.
Absolutely. Before we dive into today's topic, a quick reminder. This podcast is for educational purposes only. Always consult a licensed healthcare provider when considering treatment options.
Thanks for mentioning that, Anna. Now, the holidays can be such a beautiful time of connection and joy, but they can also bring up feelings of loss, especially if you're missing a departed loved one.
That's so true. Today, we want to talk about how the holidays are about connecting with those we love, both here and beyond, and how to focus on the meaningful aspects of the season without getting caught up in the hustle and bustle.
Yes, and the continuing bonds perspective, which we've talked about before, is so relevant here. It reminds us that our relationships with departed loved ones don't end, they transform.
Exactly. Even if our loved ones aren't physically present, they're still a part of our lives. Whether it's through memories, traditions, or even moments of after-death communication, those bonds continue.
That connection can be especially comforting during the holidays. Maybe it's the way you decorate the tree, bake a favorite family recipe, or even set a place at the table for someone who has passed. These small acts can help us feel close to our loved ones.
And don't underestimate the power of reflection. Lighting a candle, writing a letter, or simply sitting quietly and remembering can be incredibly grounding and healing.
Yes, and if you've ever had a spontaneous after-death communication, like a vivid dream or a sense of presence, the holidays can be a time when these moments feel even more poignant.
That's a great point. Many people report feeling closer to their departed loved ones during this season, and that's something to embrace, not shy away from. The holidays don't have to be about moving on from grief. They can be about honoring it.
So true. And while we're talking about connection, let's not forget the living. Spending time with family and friends, even virtually, is just as important. This season is about love, not perfection.
Right. It's easy to get caught up in the pressure of creating the perfect holiday. But what really matters is the connections we nurture with the people around us and the loved ones we carry in our hearts.
If you're struggling this holiday season, remember to be gentle with yourself. Grief doesn't follow a schedule, and it's okay to take time for self-care. And if you feel drawn to seeking support, whether through a mediumship reading or counseling, follow what feels right for you.
That's excellent advice. And for those celebrating, remember that every tradition, every memory, and every act of love is a way of keeping our bonds alive.
Thanks for joining us today. If you'd like to learn more about grief, continuing bonds, or after-death communication, visit us at winbridge.org. And for show notes and resources from this episode, head over to afterlifescience.org.
Don't forget to subscribe, like, and share the podcast to help us spread the word. We wish you a season filled with love and connection.
Take care, everyone, and happy holidays.
See you next time on the Windbridge Afterlife Science Podcast.